My name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sitting down and prepping for my first hair show in a hot minute with you all. The first show of the season is coming up in less than a week. It's a week from the day I'm filming it, but I will have already been finished this time next week. I'm running the novice with Penelope at the Spring Gulch combined test, which I am very excited for. Getting a little bit more nervous as it's coming up, but should be a lot of fun. This will be my first show back on Penelope in 4 years, which is crazy, just because she's been with my mom and I've been at school, I guess like 3.5 years, and my first novice in a while. Regardless, we're prepping for a show. I've got a lot to do, a lot of stuff to clean and get ready for. So today, at least while I'm at home, I've got Penelope's dirty cross-country boots I'm going to sit down and scrub. I need to throw my saddle pads and whatnot in the wash. I need to make sure all of my show clothes are nice and clean. I did compete last year, but I was competing on other people's horses, so not everything I used was my own. So I just want to make sure that all of my stuff that hasn't been used in a year or two or 3 is nice and ready and clean. And then I've also got to run to the barn, make sure I can get Penelope all cleaned up, work on her mane just a little bit more, and make sure everything at the barn is all set and ready and packed away for the show. So let's go. Like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get my saddle pad washing here. This is a combined test. I'm only running a dressage and cross country. I just realized I left my dressage pad at the barn, so I do need to wash that, but regardless, I do like to wash my pads individually if I can, just because I feel like they get cleaned a lot better when I wash them alone. So this is the Eco Gold Secure Cross Country pad in white. I love her. She's seen better days. I've had this for, I want to say, like 7 or 8 years now. I'm gonna throw her in the wash. She'll look much cleaner. Some of like the billet marks and just the dirt and stuff will come out nice and easy. These are super great and super easy to wash. I just wash them on cool with a chlorine-free detergent and air dry afterwards. When washing your pads, I think it's really handy to open them up instead of put them in folded. Next, I'm going to go ahead and wash my cross-country boots. These are the Magic and Keep Sport Dressage boots. When I got these, like, I kid you not, 6 years ago, they didn't have a pony size of their traditional cross-country boots. However, these have been amazing. They're almost identical to the cross-country boots. They're made of the same material. They have the same elastic and Velcro, which is great. Interestingly enough, the dressage boots have a strike pad and the cross-country boots don't, but regardless, they've been great. Like I said, they're made of basically the same thing. And given that Penelope and I are running novice, it's not like I'm trying to rock around a 3-star on a little pony. These do great at getting the job done. Again, as far as I know, they're basically the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in my sink, get that started, filled up with warm water and some soap, and start scrubbing away to see if I can get these looking a little bit nicer. My pair for the front is definitely much more brown than my back pair, ironically enough, because my back pair is newer. So this is my right front boot and this is my left front boot. Look at that. That is nuts. I'm also using the Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day hand soap because that's all that I have that is non-toxic. You could also use Dawn dish soap if you want, but honestly, this stuff is working like a charm. The straps are a little bit harder to clean, but elastic is always so much harder to clean. These honestly look so much better. I'm gonna let them dry outside. Alrighty y'all, we are now out here at the barn with Miss Penelope working on getting this mane nice and tamed. Her mane at this point is about 7 inches long, and I'm aiming to get it closer to 4 or 5 inches. You will see here she does not stand very well. I like to do my mane work over the course of a few days just for the sake of the horse's irritation. I also don't like to get scissor happy or mane pulling happy and overdo things. So first thing I like to do on day 1 is just go through and brush my horse's mane out. I don't use any xoxo, any cleaner, any conditioner, anything like that. Just get the dust out, keep it nice and natural, and just start to see what you're working with. Like I said, because I am planning to take a few inches off, day 1 I just go through with a pair of scissors and trim off about 1 inch or so. I know a lot of folks have things against scissors, so if you've never used scissors before, please do not do it for the first time before a show. Try in the winter. I've done this a handful of times, and I figured out that it works very well for Penelope and I. As you will see, she is not very good at standing still. She gets very irritated. She chews on the cross ties. She'll start pawing. All of this plays into why my main process is typically 3 or 4 days with this horse, because she does not stand. So I go through, I trim it up. Like I said, I try to take about 1 inch off that first day, and then go through and point the scissors vertically just to make it look a little bit more natural. The following days, that's when I'll actually come in with a mane pulling comb, try to thin it out a little bit. Typically I only get about 5 to 10 minutes of this before Penelope really gets pissed off. But as you can see, it's really starting to look a whole lot better, even just with that little bit there. Of course, I did do this again the next few days with a mane pulling comb and really flushed it out, but she's starting to look like a show pony.